Yo, what's up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this channel. So let's get straight into it.
It's like it's Minute Maid, hijack 4, renegade, 24, number 8, Kobe shit fade away, ballin' since 11th grade, still in school, let him hate.
So, as we all know, the day has came, June 20th, the night that all of us poverty fans were waiting on. The past 2 months I've been building all this draft hype on my channel, solely for this moment here, and this moment tends to leave poverty fans of NBA franchises around the world feeling either one of these two ways. You may be hopeful and excited like me for the future that your team is bound to hold. That big old stormy, rainy, poverty cloud that has been raining on your city for years is starting to disperse. Slowly but surely that title will not exist anymore for certain teams. Either you felt like that, or your favorite team went out sad. Sad because of the question mark moves made. So today I'm going to play a role that I've never ever played before in my life. So we gotta pray that this goes right. I'm gonna be a teacher. Nah, actually scratch that. That don't sound too professional. Since I'm in college, I'm gonna be a professor. Professor Mojo will be in the lab grading each and every lottery team's performance in the first round of this draft. If you get an A to A+ in the draft this year, you did amazing, you did great. If you get a B+ or a B or B- or whatever the case is, you did good, not bad at all. And it's nothing that you should be ashamed of. But if you land a C in this video, I'm sorry to break it to you, but that just means that you did not study hard enough. Your team didn't study hard enough. Yeah, they may have looked over their notes and stuff like that just a little bit, but they just did it just enough to pass. So let's see what grade your favorite team landed in the NBA draft. So the first sheet that we have comes from New Orleans. They managed to land Zion, Jackson Hayes, and Nickeil Alexander with the trade that happened just hours prior to the draft. They did an outstanding, unbelievable job on draft night. They fulfilled so many questions and then some on that night, leaving them with a brighter than bright future, letting that 6'7" life-changing prospect Zion lead the way to a better life, better days in New Orleans. They also did an amazing job surrounding him with great help too, in a short amount of time too. So by the look of this assignment, they get an A+. The next paper that we have to grade belongs to the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies. Now this is exactly what I came to see. Just love to see things like this. A+ off the tops. They executed a trade involving their longtime franchise player, cornerstone piece, to clear way for this new age stud, giving them a future star-studded duo of Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr., picking it up right back where it left off. And to sweeten up the deal, they also drafted one of, if not the best defensive big in this draft, Brandon Clark. A future lineup involving Ja at the 1, JJ at the 5, and Jaren at the 4 could earn them much success in the future. A+, and there's not much to say here. The next paper that we have to take a look at belongs to the... Man, this team got sloppy handwriting. They stink. The New York Knicks. After the top 2 draft picks, they were left with only one choice. Now to me, it will literally be impossible, and you'd have to be on some serious drugs in order to be able to screw this up. Talking about the perkies, the lean, the zen. I got kids watching this, let me chill. Whether you're down or up on RJ, you have to agree that he was the next best choice for them at 3. Simple A for this assignment right here. The next paper that we have belongs to the Atlanta Hawks. In order to land the player that they direly needed, they had to trade up and include a couple of assets. Assets that they have been collecting over the past few weeks. They landed DeAndre Hunter and Cameron Reddish in the first round of the draft, some of the top wing prospects available. After that night, I believe that left them with one of the fastest, running and gunning, athletic group of young guys in the league. Now, as we all know, DeAndre Hunter was not my guy, but regardless of whether he was or not before the draft, I cannot be mad at that at all, because the dude checks off a lot of boxes that we need to be filled. We also landed Cameron Reddish, who has an even a higher ceiling than DeAndre if you ask me. This draft was successful. It would be impossible for us to lose. We could only win. Final grade, solid B+. And you know why. The next test up belongs to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and from the looks of it, I mean, not bad, not great, but they did A-OK. This selection of Darius Garland is a C to me, because they already have an undersized point guard on their roster, and I'm not sure how those two would effectively play off of each other. When these guys played for their respective teams last year, I remind you, Garland only played like 5 games, so just keep that in mind. They averaged a combined 5 assists per game. Neither of these dudes are known as passers whatsoever, and that is not their strong suit. That is not their MO. That is not what they're known for. Now, could they develop it? Yeah, for sure. All young players can develop certain skills, but I don't know, I'm just iffy on this. Also, these guys are small guards. They both stand at 6'2". Now, individually, Garland is a phenomenal talent. But on this team, I'm not sure if his talent would be enough to translate into W, just because of how this team is constructed. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I can see the future sometimes, and I can see this backcourt right here get ran repeatedly defensively by great offensive teams around the league. Okay, but here's the thing, that was just one pick. If it wasn't for their later picks throughout this draft, selecting Kevin Porter Jr. and Dylan Wilder, then they would have gotten a C to me. But because they took a chance on selecting KPJ and Dylan, they earned themselves 10 points. So that's a B in my book. Next up are the Minnesota Timberwolves, and by the looks of it, they did end up selecting Derek Culver, and that right there is a massive W. The pairing of him and Karl-Anthony Towns is going to be a duo that'll hopefully help erase the bad memories and bad vibes Minnesota is known for. That to me at least is an easy A. The next paper belongs to the Chicago Bulls, so they only had 1 first-round pick, and were basically like left with no other choice but to draft Kobe White. That was the only logical answer, sort of like the New York Knicks. So it's not a bad move, and it also is not, oh my god, what a great move. It's not an amazing move either, so it's solid. B. So the Washington Wizards ended up selecting the Japanese sensation Rui Hachimura. They could have gone a lot of ways in this draft, but they chose Rui's way and headed in his direction. Now, personally, I like Rui, and his presence on this lost team. Hey yo, hold on, before I go on, do y'all know that Washington still doesn't have a GM? After all of this time, like bro, we're about to reach free agency, they still don't have no GM. I mean, damn, that's just sad, but you know, regardless, I don't know how the hell they selected Rui, but that's a great move right there. That's an easy A for me. Okay, so who is up next? Oh boy, the Phoenix Suns. This is the stupid kid in the class. You know, this is not good at all. Why am I stressed out about this team when I'm not even a fan of them? I just happen to have a bunch of good, great friends who support this organization, and they rep them with pride, and I just want to see all of my dogs happy. But I can't. You know why? Because of the nematodes running this team. So you mean to tell me that they basically just like tanked the whole year to land someone named Cameron Johnson?
Stupid! Use your common sense.
No disrespect to Cameron Johnson whatsoever. Good dude, great dude. He looks like a really good, solid NBA player for you to come solid. But dude, like, come on now. Cameron Johnson. I made a video solely on the Suns literally like 3 weeks ago. Scratch that, months. Highlighting all of the lowlights of this organization. There's a lot of them too. And just how idiotic they've been. They get to take home this F+. So from the looks of it, the Charlotte Hornets did good in this draft actually, and landed someone who's been climbing almost everyone's draft boards these last few weeks, PJ Washington. The combo of him and Miles Bridges is gonna low-key be pretty fun to watch. A smooth, solid, straight to the point A for them. The Miami Heat ended up selecting that man Tyler Hero. So since the roster is in a pretty weird, confusing, like dry state, they selected someone with a lot of potential, I believe. In fact, I feel like he has all-star potential one day. Now whether he'll actually reach that one day is neither here or there. It's a great pick though, that definitely deserves an A, maybe yeah, I'm gonna give him an A. The last lottery pick that we have to grade belongs to the one and only Boston Celtics. Now the C's are going to be under heavy reconstruction really soon, and to prepare for the embarrassment that they're about to face in just a few days, they selected Romeo Langford and Grant Williams, 2 good, great players. I'm not gonna lie, I like Grant Williams, he's a good player and stuff like that, and I also like Romeo Langford, but I think they should have gone in the big, and that big should have gone and go got Badotse, especially knowing that they got rid of Aaron Baines and Al Horford. Nevertheless, so they did good in the draft as usual. So the Celtics deserve a B, maybe B-. Professor Mojo just ended his lecture, and you individual fans, if you're a fan of any of these teams, just received your test score. Now if you don't like your grade, go ahead and cry for me. And once you're done crying, please pray that your team does a much better job studying for the draft next year. I'm just joking, don't cry. This damn near equals a final exam. The same exact level of importance. The draft ain't nothing to mess around with at all, because this day right here, June 20th, is franchise changing. Anyway, this is the end of the video, man, but before you leave, just a quick few announcements. Brand new clothing just dropped on my site. So if you see what you like and want to stop having me live like this, go ahead and cop one. Show not only me, but your fashion sense some love by copying some brand new clothing. Also, a new podcast episode is dropping pretty soon. Maybe even today, as the same day as you're watching this video. So go ahead and mess with it and subscribe to that channel. Oh, and damn, I'm not gonna lie, I almost forgot. I guess this is sort of a reward to you guys who watch the entire video and stay all the way till the very end. I appreciate you. So I wanted to let you know that I'm doing a giveaway on my birthday. July 9th is the day that I'm giving away another NBA jersey. Not one of these, y'all can't have these are my babies. You don't get your own. So for now, all you have to do is follow me on my IG and like all my pictures, and you will be entered into the drawing. It is that easy. But anyways, let me leave you guys alone. I really do appreciate you for taking time out of your day for coming over here on my channel and seeing what I have to talk about today. Make sure you leave a like, go ahead and comment, subscribe, and also turn on the Mojofications. Follow me on IG like I said. And like I said, man, yeah, I appreciate you. Make sure you make the day great. And I'll get right with you.
No way, remember back when I couldn't get a play, no home, I ain't have a place to stay, I got to work, made it serve free the way, Told my girl who'd ever thought.